Hello, this is the Pinoy Tech Lead again. I'd like to let you know that, yeah, learning data is quite a great challenge for me, but I do love doing it. Started learning data or being able to get into the data analytics or data science industry in the past. Started around 2014 when it's quite it started on my interest for learning the R programming language. So I took on a course online through Coursera. And I was surprised that it was a very long course and it was part of a specialization. So I took the whole course and got my data science specialization for about 4 months. It kinda it's kinda hard for me during those times. I have no job, but I focused on learning the concepts of data science. And then after that, I got some projects. It's quite interesting. The project that I got was mostly related to what I know best, which is DevOps engineering, systems administration, managing the clouds. But there's one project that I remember where I work with a candy app. It's a mobile applications. And the company was they told me that they're looking for a DevOps or systems admin. But actually their needs is really to have their infrastructure analyzed. So I did some analysis using our programming language. So that was my first experience with data science jobs. So I did some analysis for a web application server and I was able to identify the API and was able to report it. So I did the project for a month. I also have some other tasks like using I also have other tasks like using AWS clouds and creating the custom monitoring system for them, which is Senso app. So it's quite challenging and enjoying this day. It's a Japanese company, a Japanese owned company, but they were based in Singapore and have an office in Makati, Philippines, or in Manila. So they're very kind as far as I remember. And through my journey, I came back to the industry working as a DevOps infra architect for one of the telcos in the Philippines. I worked there for about 6 months and was able to deliver and also had some great data lake projects. But then at one point, I got to present in our users group, one of the meetup, and I presented how to install and run an R Studio server using the AWS cloud. And it got me hired as a data science architect for one of the analytics or knowledge services company in Makati. So that's how I got into data science and I stayed for them for about 2 years and helped their processes. At first, my first day as I was also doing modeling and mathematical computations, specifically writing it in R. So because it's a code uh, from a math major that I have to continue doing. But fortunately, we got a new data scientist and I was doing the roles for creating, for designing a data science infrastructure for also a international telco company in based in France, but they have other operations in other countries across the globe. So we analyze that, and I also create the initial pipelines using SQL language, R language, and because the data scientist I'm working with is mostly inclined to use our users, our programming language. So that's my experience initially in data science. And yeah, looking back, after that, I take on a tech lead role, lead a team of database administrators. After that, today, currently managing a small team in uh, one of the companies who's doing BPO, and I think they're moving to doing enterprise services and solutioning for business. So I'm handling a data science team right now today, and I'm still looking forward to learn more of this data science industry and its applications. But yeah, still thinking if I would be staying for long as an employee, or maybe doing some sort of a enterprise of my own, or maybe partnering with someone who have plans to do or go into tech business, or maybe AI machine learning business or data science for good. So doing some social impact. I do remember that I've worked with people uh, who was very keen in the data science field, especially in the Philippines, especially with our users group with Cyrolytics. Yeah, Mr. Dominic Ligot, who was very influential for me to get into focusing into analytics and data science. And yeah, it really greatly impacted me to change and the views of not just becoming an industry leader, but also giving back through through joining social impact projects. And yeah, I think that's my talk for today. Maybe the next day I'll be talking other stuff, especially my most recent learnings and courses and my future plans to learn. Thank you. Again, this is the Pinoy Tech Lead. And if you want to follow more of my updates, please subscribe. Thank you.